This is the Marvel Legends series Spider-Man Homecoming 2-pack featuring Spider-Man and the Iron Man Mark 47, if I'm not mistaken. And I picked up this figure, this 2-pack at our Toys just recently, and then well, it's in some parts of the world, or at least in North America. This is supposed to be a Walmart exclusive, and here in Asia we don't have Walmart. I'm sure some hobby shops are going to sell it. In some countries in Asia, some shops might have it as exclusives, but I'm guessing if you're here in Manila, or you go shopping in Hong Kong and all that, best bet at getting these is at your local favorite hobby shops. And I will try my best to get to the point and make this video very concise, since this is basically a repainted repack of these figures, Spider-Man and the Iron Man Mark 47. And they're supposed to be, well, at least the Iron Man, this is how he looks like in the new movie, and Spider-Man, this is his new look for the second reboot of the franchise. So great artwork. We get a nice logo, Homecoming, and yep, very nice. Okay, let's get to the point. This figure, exactly the same as what we've gotten from the Vulture Wave, the Build-A-Figure. Admittedly, there are some differences in the color scheme, and the basic difference we get, the main reason why you'd want to pick up this figure, is for the unmasked Peter Parker head, or the Spider-Man head that shows Peter Parker's unmasked face or head sculpt, and that's the main reason why you want to pick up this figure. Let's talk about the body very quickly. It only includes these hands. It doesn't have any extra hands or whatnot. It does have the extra head, which you can easily pop off and replace like that. And as you can see, the blue on the Vulture Wave on this one is a little bit darker, more like what we've seen in the Avengers, or Avengers, in the Civil War, Captain America Civil War. And this one is a little bit brighter. It feels like it's more of the classic Spider-Man colors, like what we see in the movie. There is more, conversely, the red on this particular, I'm sorry, okay, move the box out of the way. Conversely, the red on this figure is a little bit brighter than this one. This is a little bit paler, bordering on a little bit pinkish red, but this one is more orangey red than this one. There's a heavier wash here, but the black details are the same. Same with they match the head sculpt and all that. The eyes on this one is winking, I suppose, and he's got that indentation on it. Same as this one. That I think they should have painted over that. This one, eyes are both wide open. So, okay, that's interesting. Not a big fan of this head sculpt, actually. So let's go back to the Peter Parker head sculpt. I don't know if it's showing the camera. If he's facing front, the head kind of looks okay, but if you turn the figure around, it feels like the head is a little bit too big, much like that Maria figure we got. It feels like it's an adult head on a kid's body. And did you just look at the size of the head compared to when he's got his mask on, and it's big. I don't know how that entire head can, okay, fine, maybe his hair gets compressed with the mask, but look at the jawline. It's a much bigger head than what we see here. Or I don't know, maybe it's just an illusion I'm seeing, but I feel the head is way too big for the body. I don't know if you're also seeing that. I mean, his head is even bigger than Iron Man's head. Really? Look at that. So that's my main contention with this head. Look at that. It just feels like it's a cartoony head, like you see on the Mad magazine. Like, it feels so big. That's my main issue about it. That's why I was a little bit disappointed with it. But the sculpt looks great. I'm quite happy with it. It's not a very accurate Tom Holland, but I think it will suffice and it is good enough. It's too darn big. So articulation for the figure is exactly the same as this one. I'm not going to talk about it. Just focusing on the details, and it's really the color that we get different, and we don't get any of the other spare hands. So if you don't need the head, you don't need the Peter Parker head, this is the one you want to pick up. If you need the Peter Parker head, obviously this is the one you want to get. So that's that. He also comes with those teeny tiny glider wings that I feel could have been better. In the movie, if you go see the movie, they were much bigger than this. They were like really flying squirrel type of, like the halo suits we saw in Transformers, the Dark of the Moon. And it's like he's supposed to be up to here, at least up to here, to allow him to glide. Not this is very classic first appearance Spider-Man type of webbing. So that's the Spider-Man figure, which okay. I just wish they made this head a little bit smaller. Okay, on to the Iron Man figure. And if you think it looks very familiar, that's because they've already released this figure and they've just repainted it. Now they've only given him these hands, so there's only one. The right hand is closed fist and the left hand is this. There's no extra hands on it. They've also given him just one of the blasters because they've only given him one open hand, so that's fine. You can also fit this one here, but it's not going to make sense because there's only one. If you're asking, yes, is it the exact same figure? As far as I can tell, let me just stand him up properly. As far as I can tell, yes, it is. It is absolutely the same figure, just repainted. The head sculpt is the same. The body is the same. They just painted it differently. They painted the arc reactor differently. They made this one silver. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this color combination. They're trying to go for that ultimate Iron Man color motif. That's fine. You know, Hasbro wants to do that, Marvel wants to do that, that's fine. They're trying to give Iron Man a different look. Okay, he looks great in the movie, by the way. But I'm really a big fan of the gold and hot rod red, and that's my Iron Man. There's some, and if you look at the legs, exactly the same. They didn't change anything. This is the same darn figure that they just repainted. And okay, I'm hoping for Avengers 3 we'll get a new mold, and I think we're gonna get one because from the pictures that have been leaked or shared, he's got a new armor and all that. So exactly the same, but just with just one pair of hands. This one and this one of these. And the thing you want to get this one for is the opened helmet. And first time he comes in and gives him a rundown, he gives him a sermon, or tries to tell him off and gives him like a parent's scolding and tell him, what have you done, you know, what are you doing, and I have to save your ass all the time. I had to, good thing I was able to call my suit. And he says, oh, you didn't have to come all the way here to get, I had perfectly under control. And then he shows up, no, I'm not really here, I'm somewhere else, I'm in a party. And then he opens up the armor, and there you go, he's remote. And that's really nothing surprising. I mean, he's done it before in Iron Man 3 and all that. He's using his remote suits. That's really not that much of a spoiler. And that's, I think, what you're buying for this one. If you want to stand that Iron Man armor right next to this guy, and he's trying to tell him off, like, you know, stop doing this, there are people who do this, that's great. But sure, if you're not really interested in this one and you're just gonna wait for the next Iron Man suit in Avengers 3, then okay, you don't have to get this one. But I do love this touch. And the second time he gets punished, when he gets the suit, he comes out of the suit. And you know, I would love to get a Tony Stark figure. Really, not just the one with the donut Tony Stark figure, but I would want like him in a suit that Hasbro would release officially, and then you could replace some of his arms and put some armor on him. That would be really great. But as it is, this is it. So, should you get the set? Well, if you're a big Spider-Man fan, and you love, you want to complete your set, big Iron Man fan, you need to all your armors, yes. But if you already have this, you just want to keep your collection concise, you don't have to get it. Especially that it is an exclusive and it's not going to be available in other stores. In some parts of the world, you might have to hunt it down and pay a ridiculous amount of money. It's probably not worth it. But I'm an Iron Man fan. I need the armor, so I got it. And this one, the movie was okay, and I thought Tom Holland was one of the best Spider-Man we've seen. I think he's still the best Spider-Man out of Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and him. I think he is the best Spider-Man. But I think the first Andrew Garfield film, the Amazing Spider-Man one, when he fights the lizard, I think that's still better. I thought I really enjoyed that one a lot, and I thought that was much better than this Homecoming. That's just me. But the Homecoming, great. Go check out my commentary review of that movie on my channel. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Marvel Legends series, Spider-Man Homecoming, 2-pack featuring Spider-Man with the Peter Parker head and the Mark 42 with the unmasked or open-faced helmet head. Thanks for watching.